Hey, what's happening, good people? I've got some astonishing predictive programming from a show called Flex Armstrong and His Flexible Friends, or whatever. It's a Netflix cartoon. It's from a couple years ago. There's an episode here that is just astonishing. Thanks to Katamaski here to show me the link here. This is just wow. I mean, when you talk about predictive programming, this one really nails it. So it has all the people in the city getting quantum dot tattoos. You know, the Luciferase, the Bill Gates sort of quantum dot tattoos that they want to give everyone. And so the state is promoting it, saying it's going to keep you safer. Also, of course, it's going to allow you access to everything. It's going to be your phone in your on your arm, on your skin, right? It's your phone now. You can take photos with it. You can enter buildings with it. It has all your records, your banking, everything on it. Except there is a catch, and this episode shows you that. So we're going to go through it here and take a look at it together.
Stunned by the sudden rollout of Rook Unlimited's most fantastic device ever. The Smart Mark.
The Smart Mark, which looks remarkably like the Luciferase quantum dot tattoos that they want to give everyone here. So they show the people going in and getting these things.
The Smart Mark. Throw your other devices away, because the Smart Mark is more than just a phone. It's part of you.
And as a Smart Mark, she's got a purple shirt on, of course. It's part of you. It's more than a phone. It's part of you. And yeah, this is how people would line up for this stuff because, of course, the golden rule, people are dumb.
Use it as cash. Book your travel. And even shoot video. Distribution points are all over the city. And don't let the lines discourage you.
And you see that. The distribution centers, Smart Mark. Mark of the Beast. Just there, right in your face. I mean, the cartoons are astonishing. Really, it seems like the cartoons have the most out of all the predictive programming. I think it's because there's a lot of kids watching it, and it's going to fly above their heads a lot of what is being shown, right? And not a lot of adults are going to be watching this stuff. So, you know, they feel they can throw this stuff out, this predictive programming, to get the kids on board with what they're trying to accomplish. But I mean, it's just over the top. Of course, we all know The Simpsons and so many others, Family Guy and all these other ones that constantly predictively program everything. But yeah, here you got your crowd. They're not social distancing though, but they're all lined up to get their Smart Mark.
Are all over the city. And don't let the lines discourage you. The Rook Unlimited Smart Mark is worth the wait.
I never realized how wonderful technology could make me feel.
She's pointing the finger up like Satan, because you know how the Baphomet points one finger up. It's the right hand, I think, and the left hand down sort of thing. So she's doing the satanic sort of, the red and the purple as well.
Technology could make me feel. The Smart Mark has brought order to my life.
Order.
And the best part?
Yeah.
It's
Feel. The Smart Mark has brought order to my life.
Order of chaos. This is just mind-blowing. The fact that they're going to do this, or they're going to really try to do this to all of us, it's so utterly evil.
And the best part? It's absolutely free. A gift of thanks to our city from Rook Unlimited.
Oh, it's all free. Yay! Yay! Check this out.
23% of the population has been given the Smart Mark, number 1.
Time to test our system, number 6. The Flex Fighters are out there somewhere. Teaming up with Jonathan Rook. Let's put our new recruits to work.
So Flex Flyers, FF66, of course. Stretch Armstrong, and I looked it up, and it's like, because the Stretch Armstrong and the Flex Flyers or whatever, and Stretch Armstrong, if you remember, when you're a kid, you have this toy of it's like a wrestler or something. You can pull him. He's got he's like the human stretch sort of thing. That's what this cartoon is sort of based on. But here they are. They're going to test it out now. Now they're going to test out what they've given the people the quantum dot tattoos.
Teaming up with Jonathan Rook, let's put our new recruits to work. Subtly.
Subtly. One eye.
We should find the Flex Fighters.
I ought to find the Flex Fighters.
We should find the Flex Fighters. We should find the Flex Fighters.
Oh, there you go. We should find the Flex Fire, so they all activate the hive mind programming, the mind control. So, it's just mind-blowing. It's so utterly evil. The fact, like, it would be fine. It would be evil enough if this was just a cartoon, right? And yeah, it's never going to happen sort of thing. But this is actually what they want to do to all of us. Without any question, folks. Without any doubt. Bill Gates and co. The New World Order wants to do this to all of us. And they have been researching this and developing it for decades. And this is one of their major solutions. Of course, what's going to be inside these quantum dot tattoos? Nanotech as well. Your vaccines. Your experimental. Oh my gosh. I mean, I can't even imagine. But
Growing
up in this city, the streets of Old Town, I saw the worst mankind had to offer. Chaos, disorder.
chaos.
I vowed to make it a disorder. I had to offer. Chaos, disorder.
So they mentioned chaos over and over again in this short little clip. Chaos and disorder. And then you see, well, look, you've got somewhat social distancing here. Everybody's being orderly.
I vowed to
Look at
make
that.
it all change.
Everyone.
Make it all chaos, disorder.
And I hate to say this. I never envisioned myself in this situation. If you ever seen the Invasion of the Body Snatchers, I recommend the 1976 version with Donald Sutherland and Leonard Nimoy. You want to check out that one because it's very similar to what they're showing here, in which is in Invasion of the Body Snatchers, it's pods, plants that make these pods that they leech on to people when they're sleeping, and then they create a duplicate, and then the duplicate kills the original and takes the place, and then they just become orderly citizens that do everything that their command center basically says. So they don't communicate anymore, they don't talk anymore. They're all neatly, in line, doing exact lockstep, doing exactly what they're supposed to do. So very reminiscent of what they're showing right here.
I vowed to make it all change. To make it all better.
There it is. Look at that.
All these
So
years working in, I vowed to make it all change.
we talked about this for years, like the whole when they give you the cards, right? You get this. You start off with a stamp, and then they start scanning the little cards when you go to get your coffee at Starbucks and stuff like that. It's all setting the table for this, because what's the big deal if they just scan your little card or your little ID or something as opposed to your wrist, right? So here's somebody buying their coffee using their quantum dot tattoo. Wow.
Make it all better. All these years working in secret. Rising up the ranks of the tech men. It was all leading to this day. Order has finally been established in Charter City. No child will have to fear for their safety again. The people owe you the greatest of debts, number one. For liberating them from the chaos of their lives.
Chaos.
You guys love new tech. You didn't want to get smart marked?
No way. That's clearly some shady biz. Who wants to be...
You call yourself the chaos of their lives.
You guys love new tech. You didn't want to get smart marked?
No way. That's clearly some shady biz. Who wants to be...
You call yourself a man of science. World order is our destiny. Submit to a smart mark and join the glorious victory of order over chaos.
Order over chaos. It's oh my god. It's got to be the most mind-blowing piece of predictive programming I've ever seen. The whole thing is just so they're showing you clearly what their objectives are. Order out of chaos. And again, what's going to happen? What's already happened before, even with the contact tracing now, because the contact tracing starts with your smartphones, but then, isn't it inconvenient to have to carry a smartphone everywhere when you can just have it on your wrist, on your hand, the mark of the beast kind of thing? Like, literally. I mean, it really literally is the mark of the beast, because what would happen is once they get these quantum dot tattoos on everyone, well, then they'll be able to really control humanity like a hive. Like, just have workers that just do what they want you to do. You can stop people from breeding. You can stop people from communicating. You just have people, and you just have a population that would never think for themselves, that would always be in lockstep, and that would be easily disposable, and that you could depopulate at your will, sort of thing. I hate to say it. I don't mean to sound like, I don't want you to think this is inevitable, because we all need to stop this. We need to stop this. Like, there's no doubt that we need to all work together to make sure this never, ever happens. Bill Gates, yeah, I mean, the most evil person on the planet. There's no doubt about it. These people are just so utterly frickin' evil, what they want to accomplish. And the sheeple are going to allow this to happen, because they're so utterly... Look at how they're all just grouped together here. You see them perfectly spaced apart. I mean, this is just right. I mean, it could be right now. Like now they're putting the circles in all the cities and in the lineups and in the parks and everything. Like, they are literally setting everyone up for this hive mind before you even get it. Like, they're getting you to conform to a hive mind state before you even get your quantum dot tattoos. And I'll just show you that part again.
The smart mark. Throw your other devices away, because the smart mark is more than just a phone. It's part of you. Use
There you go. Use it to shop.
it as cash. Book your travel. And even shoot video. Distribution points are all over the city. And don't let the lines discourage you. The Rook Unlimited Smart Mark is worth the wait.
And you notice that difference where people here kind of lined up like they normally would without the mind control. And then as we skip forward, then they're all lined up lockstep, sort of thing. Nobody's socializing. Everybody's just waiting for their turn. Right? It's just, oh my God. Wow. So anyways, thanks so much for taking the time to listen to this. You got to share this the best that you can. We have to get the message out. I mean, do the best that you can. Share this if you can everywhere. Help me stop this New World Order from doing this. We need all hands on deck. We need everybody doing the best that they can to stand up to this and calling it out and pushing important information. So many people are completely distracted with the riots and the race wars and all that crap that they've orchestrated. And while that's all people being distracted by that, and there's a lot of divide and conquer and so much theatrics involved in that, this is the type of stuff that they're gonna sweep in, right? They're gonna usher this stuff in. If we and just the contact tracing alone is so utterly evil. I mean, you go back and you listen to when I first covered contact tracing a few months back, and I was losing my shit. I was freaking out. I said, this is beyond evil. Now there's evidence coming forth that the contact tracing contract's a $100 billion contract. I have to really confirm this, but I'll be looking into it as the day progresses. $100 million contract with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation involving the Senator Rush as well, and a trip that he took over to Africa, in which they did this last year, all in like months before, 6 months or so before, even anybody mentioned the whole coronavirus thing. So there's dirty deeds happening, folks. These people are very, very evil. We are all in grave danger if they get their way. We are in serious danger. The time to draw that line in the sand is now, if you haven't already. And we never can cross this. We can never allow this. You can never allow yourself to receive the mark of the beast. The Christians are 110% right. This is literally the mark of the beast. If they get their way, God help us. Anyways, much love. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I look forward to reading your comments. I hope that you can come and support me. My Patreon link's in the description. It's very important if you can support independent channels like myself who are constantly censored and, blacklisted and shadow banned and the whole, I'm working very hard. There's so many things I'm right now researching. I'm overwhelmed, to be honest. I'm just blown away how evil all this stuff is. It's pretty taxing. So anyways, you guys are awesome. Much love. God bless. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Take it easy, folks.